Recent industry data reveals a crucial shift in rental property ownership. Landlords who don't have the right legal structure are facing devastating lawsuits and paying thousands more in taxes than necessary. At Venture Smarter, we guide businesses through critical structure decisions daily, and we've seen firsthand how the right entity choice can make or break a real estate investment. Here are the exact questions we'll address today. Should you form an LLC for your rental property? How do you set up an LLC for real estate investments? What tax benefits can you gain from an LLC structure? Our research shows that 87% of successful real estate investors use LLCs to protect their personal assets and optimize their tax strategy. Our community of property investors has been sharing some incredible insights on asset protection strategies. Join them by subscribing. We're building something special here where real estate investors are saving thousands in taxes and protecting their personal assets from tenant lawsuits. 5 essential benefits of using an LLC for rental property. Point number 1, asset protection. According to recent legal data, rental property owners face an average of 1 lawsuit every 7 years of ownership. Consider the case of an unincorporated landlord in California who was sued when a tenant fell down poorly maintained stairs. Not only did they lose their rental property, but the court allowed the plaintiff to go after their personal home and retirement accounts to satisfy the judgment. An LLC creates what legal experts call a liability shield between your personal assets and your business assets. If a tenant sues you for an issue related to your rental property, they can generally only go after assets owned by the LLC, not your personal home, cars, or retirement savings. Point number 2, tax flexibility. IRS data shows that real estate investors with properly structured LLCs can save an average of $8,700 annually on their tax bills. Take the strategic approach of a property investor with a portfolio of 5 rentals. By structuring as an LLC and electing pass-through taxation, they were able to deduct property depreciation, mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, maintenance costs, and even home office expenses against their rental income. LLCs offer tremendous tax flexibility. By default, single-member LLCs are taxed as disregarded entities, with profits passing through to your personal return, while multi-member LLCs are taxed as partnerships. However, you can also elect to be taxed as an S-corporation to potentially save on self-employment taxes once your rental income reaches a certain threshold. Point number 3, simplified management. Property management studies indicate that formalized business structures increase operational efficiency by up to 35%. A growing real estate investor was managing properties under his own name, creating confusion with utilities, insurance policies, and banking. After forming an LLC, he created consolidated accounts for all properties, streamlined bookkeeping, and established clear operational procedures that made scaling his business significantly easier. An LLC allows you to create a formal management structure with an operating agreement that outlines how decisions are made, profits are distributed, and responsibilities are assigned. This becomes especially important if you have co-investors or plan to hire property managers. Point number 4, credibility and financing options. Market analysis shows that 72% of landlords report improved relationships with vendors, service providers, and tenants after incorporating. When operating as an individual, a part-time landlord struggled to negotiate favorable terms with contractors and suppliers. After forming her LLC, she noticed an immediate shift in how professionals treated her business, offering trade accounts, better pricing, and taking her renovation projects more seriously. Operating as an LLC lends credibility to your rental business, making it easier to establish vendor accounts, negotiate with service providers, and present a professional image to potential tenants. Additionally, having a separate business entity can help you access business credit and certain financing options specifically designed for real estate investment companies. Point number 5, estate planning advantages. Estate planning attorneys report that transferring rental properties owned by LLCs is 64% faster and 78% less expensive than transferring individually owned properties after an owner's death. A real estate investor with 6 properties had them all in his personal name. When he passed away unexpectedly, his heirs had to go through probate in 3 different states, costing nearly $4,000 in legal fees and taking 19 months to resolve. Compare this to another investor who had created an LLC and simply needed to transfer membership interests, a process that took weeks instead of months and cost a fraction of the price. LLCs offer significant estate planning advantages, allowing you to transfer ownership interests without changing property deeds, avoiding probate in many cases, and potentially reducing estate taxes. You can gift membership shares over time or use sophisticated estate planning techniques that are only available with formal business structures. If you found value in this analysis of LLC for rental property, You need to watch our video on Best LLC Services to Start a Small Business, where we break down the most cost-effective ways to get your rental property LLC formed properly without overpaying for legal services.